Hello. Looks like I'm having technical difficulties. I can't see the 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 thing on the right where the comments are displayed. And I don't know why. It's just not there. Um, oh, there we go. Hi, it's back. Hi, LJ. I just got your email. That sounds awful. Have you done some damage to your leg? That sounds really, really terrible. Um, um, I'll send you the link to the. I'm gonna, if you watch the chat comments, I'm gonna put the link to the place to get the your own video up. So just watch this space, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, you will appear. Also, your video should show up too. Here we go. Click on this link and just follow. You have to say you've read all the information, and then you can open it, and then you should appear in the window as well. Then I can see you and hear you. Hi.
Hey, you right?
It's working. Hi.
You right?
How are you?
How about you?
Okay, but what happened? You sound like did you have an accident?
No, I woke up last week and my feet are both like really swollen and puffed up, and
Oh,
every time I put like a pressure with my finger on my leg, it will leave a dent for like half an hour to an hour, and then my leg will finally like go back to its normal shape.
oh, physical. Wow.
Yeah, so I've got to try and keep my feet above my heart when I'm sleeping now, and then hopefully the swelling should reduce.
Above your heart. What's
Yeah,
yeah. What do you sleep with the legs upright in the air?
yeah.
That's gosh, do you know what brought that on? That sounds peculiar.
I didn't even notice at first. I just realized that my one foot was quite puffy, and then I realized they both are, but it's only my left leg my left leg's more expanded than my right leg. So I think it's mainly this leg that's the problem.
But it just happened without you really. You don't know what brought it on.
Yeah, pretty much. I have no idea what happened.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's alright. Thank you.
Gosh, that sounds really strange. I saw your a video where you showed. I can't remember. Was it in a live stream or something? At the end, you showed your latest pickups, and you talked about a film called Edge of Darkness.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that it's a remake of this. The same man who made the film made the original series,
Oh, damn.
and it's excellent. It's a BBC series, and this is Bob Peck. You might recognize him from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
This is the original Edge of Darkness.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know it was a remake.
Yeah, it's I don't know how many parts there are, but there are. It's BBC, so it's from the 80s. I just thought you might know 80s or early 90s. I'm not sure, but it's very. Oh, 1986 it was made, and it's held up. It holds up really well. I just thought you might like to know.
No, thanks. Yeah, because I didn't notice at all. I just saw the film randomly one day, and it was when I was only buying DVDs. I wasn't buying Blu-rays at the time. So I picked up for like 25p, and I just put it in. And I was like, oh, it's actually a pretty good film.
Oh, well, that's a bargain. The same person remade it as well. It's not like someone else took the material and changed it. It's the same person making it.
Yes, that's good.
And he also made Casino Royale, the first Daniel Craig Bond film.
Oh, nice. I love that movie.
Talking about Bond, I don't know if you recognise this actor was in Living Daylights. He's in the series.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because he's got the short grey hair, doesn't he? And he wears the grey suit with the ribbons.
He's a military,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you can see this, I'd recommend it. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I don't think there's anyone else watching. I did make a video saying I'm streaming in 3 hours' time, but this, if anything, was just more of a test to see if this actually works, and it does. I don't know if you caught Roger's stream yesterday, Donstar, but I joined it. We did this yesterday. If you catch his stream, I'm on the end of it.
Yeah, I watched. I caught a little bit of the second half because you guys are talking about best Tom Hanks movies, and I said like my favorite was The Terminal.
Oh, I didn't see any comments. I didn't realize.
Yeah, he read it out, but he looked very upset about it. He just went, The Terminal. I was just like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't like that film.
It's quite a relatively recent one. I think earlier Tom Hanks films are the better ones myself.
Yeah.
Plus, I won't watch anything with Catherine Zeta-Jones. I kind of I have a dislike for her.
Oh yeah.
Although Traffic was good, but I haven't seen the film, so I can't really comment. I heard that
I like Chicago. I like my musicals.
Yeah, but it's just her personally.
Yeah, she's not an interesting person as an actress.
I don't think that there's anyone watching other than you. It says 2 watching, and I'm one of them, aren't I?
Yeah, same. Yeah, because I've got it on the computer at the same time.
Yesterday I couldn't look at the YouTube comments and the multi-stream at the same time. That's why I couldn't see your comments. And we were doing it, and we went offline, but we didn't know for about 20 minutes. We were talking and didn't realize it went off air.
Yeah.
There were quite a lot of technical difficulties, but it worked straight away, so that's good. And I think
there was a second half, wasn't there? There was a 25-minute video.
Yeah, when we lost him and thought he wasn't coming back, that's when there's someone else asking me about I don't know his name, but his YouTube name is Kubrick Lover 1972.
Yeah.
He's a fan of Stanley Kubrick.
He's got a very unique voice.
Who has that person?
Yeah, it sounds like a Kermit the Frog, but mixed in with like a gangster.
A gangster?
I don't understand. What? Hi.
Yeah, it sounded kind of similar to me, but I couldn't place it. Made me think a bit of is it King of the Hill?
Yes.
The anime series.
It seems like a friendly guy, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, thank you for sending me those sleeves. And you spent 5.5 hours doing it. I just looked on Blu-ray.com today, and I found a sleeve. There's a higher quality. There didn't used to be. Beowulf sleeve on the rear. So I'm just going to use the real one.
That's fine.
But thanks for sending it all the same. That's
all right. It's I wish I didn't make it in the end.
It's impressive what you've done there.
It took a long, I have no idea why I wasted 5 hours on it, but it was that determination.
Were you trying and failing, or? Obviously,
I
takes a
made
long
like
time.
6 to 7 different versions of it before I finally finished it.
Using different images or
Different images, different text styles. The PNG thing is where when you go on Google type PNG, it's where someone's removed the background from a logo or from an image, so it's just like a person. So
I know what you mean.
I was finding different versions of that, like where it says Beowulf 3D on the front, it's the same Beowulf that's on the spine, but I just removed 3D from the spine and kept Beowulf. And then
Yeah, I understand. If you look at my Bond custom made sleeves video, I put a link into the site in there of the place where I got the pictures from, and they've got loads of those images in the background.
yeah,
But when you
I
wrote
love the
P,
PNG ones.
I thought you meant PG and you'd spelt it wrong. It was a typo. I wasn't sure. Just for a moment.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
I don't know what that stands for, PNG. Something graphic. I also meant to.
I didn't ask.
Did you end up buying this?
Oh, I haven't got around to it yet because I know I can order it online, but usually my local CAX would have it, but they've just had the one 2D version for like 6 months.
Oh, because there are standalone 2D editions, are there? Because this comes,
Yeah,
this has got the 2D disc and the 3D disc. But the 2D disc is available on its own. Well, the 3D is absolutely spectacular. You would love it. It's got depth. It's got pop out. It's glorious.
gotta keep my eye out for it now.
Yeah, really, it's spectacular. I wonder if will you do this on your own stream, or can you not do this if you don't use Google Hangouts? Well, obviously you are using Google Hangouts.
Oh no, because whereas my only camera is my phone, it's not. It doesn't have that kind of feature. It's only got like I can accept the stream requests and stuff, but I can only stream through the actual YouTube app.
Okay, so when you're receiving a stream, it's different to when you're giving one out.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so you can join other people, but you can't make them join you.
No.
Okay, well, in the future, I can do this. Offer it at least for anybody who wants to. I don't know if people don't use Google Mail if it doesn't work, because it's a Google Mail link, I think. But at least after all the failing we had the first time, it's working now.
Yeah, that's good. At least it's actually working.
Yeah. I hope I sent you the right Shrek sleeves. I did send you the 3D sleeves you wanted, wasn't it? Not the other ones.
Yeah. 3D ones. Because the trilogy set that I bought only has the first 3 films in 3D. So.
Yeah, but the sleeves I've got sleeves that don't say 3D and they list all the extra features, and I've posted the 3D ones.
Yeah, that's fine. I like the shine, but it's my mom. She's more like a magpie, so she'll probably try and kidnap them off me for a while. I've got to try and hide them from her. She likes shiny things.
Oh right.
Because I don't know if you've seen the new pound coins, like the really shiny gold and silver pound coins.
I may have done, but I possibly didn't notice.
Yeah, because they were getting rid of the old pound coins in October, and we have to use these ones that look exactly like £2 coins, but they're designed like a hexagon shape. They've now got these little lines going around, and they're incredibly shiny. And in the middle of the shop, my mom's just gone ooh and tried to take it out of the guy's hand. And it's like, no, just because it's shiny doesn't make it yours, Mom. She likes shiny stuff. Yes,
Like that.
That's the one.
I mean, to me, this is just a pound coin. I didn't realize it was different.
Yeah.
So it's just got more sparkle to it.
Yeah, it looks more like a £2 coin, but smaller.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller. I hadn't noticed.
This is the sleeve that CEX printed for Shrek.
Oh right, that's their one that they threw together.
Yeah, but they use these big. They got these big PG stickers. They're actual stickers, but they're huge, and just plonked them like.
Yeah, they're not the right size. They're overlapping.
Yeah.
And actually, the Shrek films aren't rated PG.
No.
Come to think of it, they're all universals.
It's-
As far as I know,
they failed.
trying to make it look official.
Uh,
But it's just the sleeves. You haven't got knockoff Blu-rays.
no. The CX have this tendency where they can buy stuff without sleeves, but if you try and sell it like yourself, they'll say no. So they'll take the discs if they've got no cases, but then they'll just print off a sleeve themselves, and it's always like really low quality, kind of fuzzy inked, half-assed efforts. They don't put any effort into making it look genuine.
What do you mean if you try and sell it? If you try and sell it to them?
Yeah, like, I took I took I think it was just a DVD down there before, and the sleeve was one I had to get photocopied from a shop, and they said, "No, unless it's a proper sleeve, we can't take it." And then right next to me was another guy taking a DVD that didn't even have a case; it was just a disc.
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay."
I've seen not CEX, but are they called Pink Planet? I've got a one local to me, and they sell Blu-rays with really obviously homemade sleeves, not even trying to resemble the originals.
No, there's just no effort in it. They just don't bother.
No.
I mean, CX usually do this thing where they actually it's actually quite horrible. I think it even make you have like a panic attack. When they usually print their sleeves, it usually has like a big faded CEX in the center right there.
Oh, right, placed bang in the middle.
Yeah, and it's like a big CEX like logo in the center. So when you open the case, it says CEX like next to your disc.
Oh, not on the artwork, on the plain side.
Yeah, but it's like as soon as you open it, it's like here next to the disc saying CEX.
Yeah, okay, but it can be taken off, or
No. It's printed on the back, so you know it's a CEX sleeve.
I see. That's like a permanent stamp.
Yeah, it's so if you try and sell it back to them, they'll know where you bought it from, so they can kind of go, okay.
Like, I don't know if you know the company Love Film. I used to rent from them. They put their stickers on the disc, and I think that's purely the reason for that is so people don't try and pass them off as their own or something.
Yeah.
They're really hard to get off. They're not just easy and removable stickers.
No. I actually managed to take one of the stickers off my discs though, the Love Film ones.
Yeah, I've done it with a few, and sometimes it removes the artwork off with it.
Yeah, or it leaves a very horrible, dark, sticky, like circle.
Yeah.
Ugh. I ain't never doing that again. Just gonna leave it on from now on.
The only things that I've had which give playback trouble have been rentals.
Yes.
You said that you're learning how to print on the reverse side of the sleeves. You have any luck with it?
Not yet, no. I've kind of worked out the process. It's actually a lot simpler than I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird. My printer does this thing which is like reverse printing, because the paper tray is on the bottom. So what I'll do is, if you put the photo side face down, it goes in, around, up, and then the photo side's up.
Oh.
So when it's printed the front sleeve on that photo side, I just put the card side down, and then when the card side goes in and comes back up, it will print the reversible artwork on the card on the exact same way. So
That sounds
it
good.
should work.
That sounds good. I
Yeah.
went to talk about getting my refund today, and the man wouldn't speak to me. She said he was busy and he couldn't speak to me or call me. So, but she did say briefly, he did say it's not faulty. I think I might have a problem with it, but it's not performing the way it's supposed to behave. I'd call that faulty myself.
Yeah.
I can't use it the way it is, so it is faulty.
Actually, I want to prove something. Like my sister has an Epson printer, and I tried to use it yesterday to prove something. This is one of the common things that seems to happen with Epson printers.
Me, not you. I can't see it. How do I make the?
If you click on my
Yeah.
face,
yeah. All those lines.
yeah,
Really?
that happens to every. I printed 3 versions of it, and it's the exact same thing.
Gosh. Well,
And the printer cost over £700.
If it's that much money, there's got to be a. You wouldn't expect that kind of quality from. Is it a massive one?
It's meant to be a professional high-end. It's the one that involves. It doesn't use cartridges. It uses like
Just a second.
ink can. Go on.
No, I'm coming back. I've got this. I mean, there are lines on this, but it's nothing like as bad as that. I don't know if you can see the lines on there.
Yeah.
It's nothing in comparison to what you just showed. But yeah, I really hope they can just give me a refund, because I got to remind him of what he said. He said Epson is so much better than Canon. You'll get so much better results. And when I showed him the bad results, he agreed that they were bad. So I can pick him up on that if he's going to say they're not faulty.
Yeah.
Going against his own.
The thing is, if you're spending money, and I mean, because in a weird way, it's your hobby and your passion relies on the printer you use.
Yeah.
So in order for you to feel comfortable with the work you've made and all the effort you put into your sleeves, you want to see results. You don't want to see lines or color fading. You know, you want the best quality.
He said to me, I changed the inks because he thought the fault might be down to the inks. And he said, I think you want perfection, don't you? So he knows, like what you said, he knows I want it to be right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even happy with this. I mean, this is printed on the Mac card. I've got some much better results than this on Mac card, but now I can't do any printing.
Well, hopefully you get your refund. Hopefully he can actually understand that he genuinely just did what any salesman do, which is they'll try and sell you the more expensive item because it's just part of their policy. If it makes the most money, they've got to try and push it out there.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like the TV that my brother helped me get, the 49-inch 4K 3D one. It's LG, and not many people like LG products. They think LG's really bad, but yet they were trying to sell a for like £900, and it was just 4K, whereas this one's £599, and you can pay £30 a month for it for 2 years, and you get a 5-year warranty. Smart 4K 3D. So it's like you can get better deals for what is known as the worser items, but they turn out to be better.
Yeah, they're just trying to push.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, just want 4K because it's a new thing, and everyone's saying it's replacing what we already have, but it's not always better.
No.
I know, like you
Yeah, go on.
said, your TV's got to be 60 inches larger, otherwise you don't see the benefit.
No,
That's a massive factor.
it is. And not everyone can like have space for a 60 plus inch, and nor can afford that kind of size. So it's not fair to people who want to view it. But in fairness, it wasn't the 4K that sold me on it. It's the fact that it's silver and white and it was 3D. I just wanted that bigger 3D experience.
Yeah, yeah,
The 4K wasn't the interesting part. That's see, for me it's weird because I kind of class the 4K as the extra feature, not the 3D. It's like that's the add-on. To me, it's not the important part.
for most people, it's the other way around.
Yeah,
There's a lot of titles which are available in both 3D and 4K because
yeah,
there's no 4K in 3D.
no,
And for those ones, people always choose the 3D over the 4K. Like Prometheus, for example, that looks
yeah,
great and that's got amazing 3D. The 4K doesn't have that 3D, so you're lacking that.
yeah.
Not everyone is a fan of 3D. I can appreciate that too.
No. But in fairness, a lot of people, the only reason there's not a lot of fans of 3D is because I know people see it as it's just not a popular thing. But it's some people wanted to enjoy 3D, but their eyes can't see it, which
Yeah,
it kind of sucks for those people. Because I've got one of my friends, he can't watch 3D because he gets really bad headaches, and then there's another one who just doesn't notice the difference. So it
yeah.
kind of sucks.
That must be down to individuals. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't see it. Yeah, I've noticed there's the Crudes just came to mind. I don't know if you've seen the Crudes in 3D.
No,
But
I haven't seen the 3D version.
when you put the glasses on, for some reason, the image doesn't darken. It stays as bright. Usually the glasses will make the picture 30% darker. But with that one, it doesn't. It's really good.
Huh.
And I don't know
That's quite
the
weird.
reason for that. It's probably just a nice, well, it's the technology side of it, not the I don't know.
Maybe they just made it like a certain brightness to the point where no matter whether you're wearing dark glasses or not, it just stays looking bright and colourful.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh,
It sucks though because I can't watch 3D on the new TV yet because it has that ghosting issue.
oh, it is a 3D TV. Yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason, because the distance, like with the bigger screen 3D TVs, you have to be like dead center at the right height, otherwise it will just ghost like crazy.
I believe the reason.
My phone fell off the tripod.
No damage done. I hope.
No, it's fine. It's because
I
I'm using this instead of my microphone, so the wire got caught.
um I used to believe for a long time that the ghosting was down to the individual transfer because again certain titles they'd highlight whether if there was ghosting or not.
Yeah,
What's the film? The Jim Carrey one, Robert Zemeckis,
the Christmas Carol.
motion capture.
The
People
Christmas
said,
Carol.
people said that that's got ghosting,
Yeah.
but it's not ghosting on everything. It's just that title. There are other titles that don't have ghosting. So, am I wrong in thinking it's down to the individual film?
No, no, because it happened. Every film that I've put on so far, there's ghosting. The new Beauty and the Beast, Kong Skull Island, Avatar, even the Yu-Gi-Oh movie that has perfect 3D. There's quite a bit of ghosting. It it always depends on, especially with with active TVs, it's very rare to get ghosting because you can walk around your living room, which is the kind of 3D you got for your projectors, the battery glasses. It's you can walk around anywhere and the 3D can stay just as normal.
Sorry, I've just dropped something. I might spill some liquid on the floor. Oh, no, so I've got this sticky stuff remover.
Oh, nice.
No, these are my glasses.
Yeah, that's active, which is the preferred 3D out of the two.
But when you say ghosting, are you talking about the where there's a slight sort of overlap of image on the? I thought that was crosstalk. Is that something else entirely?
No, ghosting is where behind the image you'll normally see, there's like a duplicate shadow, and it will like as it turns. So, say for example, that's my thumb. As it turns, it will do something like that, and it will just like.
All right.
Be like a faded duplicate image behind it, and it will. The 3D will kind of not look noticeable, and it will just look flat. But it will just look like it's got two images of the same thing happening at once.
Yeah, but is that something that happens every so often, or is it there all the time?
It's there at the moment. It's there all the time because we've got a long room, but in width it's quite a small room. So the distance between a wall to wall it's very short, but a distance from window to door it's a lot longer. But at the moment, the TV's against our corner, and our sofa is like only about 5 feet away. But in order to see 3D good with bigger screens, you need to be at least 12 feet distance.
You do. I've noticed what you're talking about, the ghosting, but it's only just passing moments. It's never throughout the whole experience. I can imagine if you're seeing that all the time, that's going to get in the way.
It is. With letterbox movies, it's kind of okay. Like you can notice slight ghosting on certain parts, but the ghosting mainly is at the bottom or right at the top, so it doesn't affect as much with that movie due to the black bars being there.
Yeah.
But with the full frame movies, and you're trying to enjoy the big experience, and it's just like every image is just overlapping, and so it's like
Yeah.
And it hurts your eyes as well because your one eye is focusing on one image, and your other eye is focusing on the other. So your eyes are kind of like separating away from each other.
A constant distraction.
Yeah.
That sounds nasty.
Nice. It's hard to. So at the moment, we've got this kind of weird setup where the big TV's in the corner, and like right next to it on a table is the 32-inch, which has the really good 3D. So it's kind of like when we want to watch 3D movies, we'll just watch it on the little one, and then we watch the standard Blu-rays and stuff. We'll watch it on the big one, and we get the better experience from the both. Then that way, it's at the moment. But hopefully, we can get the bigger one working for the 3D.
You just reminded me. Yesterday, I bought a 3D title that's not available in the UK. Just like Beowulf, I saw there was an Italian version, a German version, a Russian version. There's an English steelbook version of it, but I got it for a few pounds cheaper. I opted for the Russian version. And it's a Paramount disc, so it's got English menus on it and everything. It's the film Noah.
Noah.
From 2014.
The Kurt Russell one?
Yeah, not Kurt Russell.
Russell Crowe.
Kurt Russell Crowe.
Yes. Totally different people.
Well, you got one name, right?
Yes. That's a benefit.
Yeah, I haven't seen. It's a massive spectacle. It's shot full frame, so it's going to be nice to watch.
Oh yeah.
And apparently, it's nothing. A lot of people were offended by it originally, especially religious people. But it's not. On a second viewing, people are starting to appreciate it now.
Yeah.
But I think I got it for £9
nice.
instead of 16. I could have paid more.
I've seen two random 3D Blu-rays that I never thought would exist, and the fact that they do is kind of, it's very weird that they exist. Uh, one being Sharknado.
Oh, you mean random? Not because as in the 3D is bad.
No, like as in I didn't know there was 3D releases and didn't think there ever would be 3D releases to these movies.
Yeah, okay. Sharknado. That's, you wouldn't think. What was that? Isn't that a TV film?
Yeah, it's like a Poundland movie. It's really cheaply made, funny,
And it's
bad.
Sharknado 6, number 6, or
Yes, and like I think Sharknado 5 was Revenge of the Fifth or something like that. And it was or was it? And number 4 was The Fourth Awakens. Like taking the stars.
yeah.
But the other one was Michael Jackson's "This Is It."
Oh, really?
I had no idea like that would ever get. It's actually released as a 3D title in the UK.
That must be an up conversion. It wasn't filmed in 3D.
No.
A concert film, mind
Yeah.
you. Katy Perry did a concert film in 3D as well. I think Justin Bieber did it, and they're quite popular.
I've got a Lee Evans one. I don't know why.
They do exist.
Oh.
I saw Lee in concert here.
Oh, nice.
I saw Lee in person in real 3D.
Oh, that's awesome.
Years ago, late 90s. I don't know. No, must have been 15 years ago. It says that there's 3 people watching, so I think someone else has joined, but I don't see any comments yet.
Please write to us. Let us know who you are. It's kind of weird though, because we want someone to write comments, but then it's like our privacy is being evaded. Because like we see an extra person, it's like, ooh, we're being watched.
You know for a fact that someone's watching it.
Making us want to hide. It's like, no.
If they're watching, they're not disapproving though, because they're watching.
Exactly, this is good. Oh, and they left.
Oh. Yeah. I suppose we'll never know.
No. Oh, they're back.
Oh yeah. Talking about you briefly mentioned Star Wars and how Sharknado was mocking Star Wars.
Yeah.
I saw something today I wish I could unsee. It was all of the, well, I mean, it wasn't Luke Skywalker, but it was all of the major Star Wars characters dancing to pop songs. I don't know if you've seen it, but I thought it was just awful. To see Darth Vader, what's that song, Hey Ya by, you know that song?
Yeah.
No, Chewbacca was dancing to that, but it just felt so wrong. Darth Vader used to be this menacing, brooding character, and he's dancing to pop music.
Yeah.
And I've seen him on Vodafone adverts. I think it's just gives you a whole different take on.
Oh. In fairness, there is one thing that Darth Vader's been used for recently, and it's actually really good. It's this is YouTube guys called Epic Rap Battles of History, where they get famous, like real life or science fictional characters, and do rap battles against each other.
I've seen some of those. Yeah, they get people who, to go against one another.
You got Darth Vader versus Hitler, and it's just the funniest things to exist. It's not the kind of thing where you'd actually be happy to see Hitler in something, but it actually, like, the rap battles are brilliant. Like, but one of the phrases was Darth Vader going, "So many dudes have been with your mom, so he even knows if I'm your father," and it was just it's like It's trash talking Hitler.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a couple of those. They introduce it in a really funny voice, don't they?
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
Oh, you mean it's the same person doing all of them?
No, I just love the voice because it. I love the voice. It goes, "What's this?" There's so many good ones though.
Been a long time since I've seen those.
They haven't done any recent ones, which sucks because there's a ton of really good ones.
I think I saw one with Mother Teresa or something.
They have some very weird matchups though, like Miley Cyrus versus Joan of Arc and
I think I saw Gandhi in there once.
Gandhi versus Martin Luther King. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Marilyn Monroe versus Cleopatra. Oh, that was probably the best bit in that one. Is when
No,
sorry, go on.
I just remembered. The Vodafone was Yoda. Darth Vader's been advertising sat navs. So that's the current state of,
Oh God. Yeah.
they've been reduced to that.
I don't know if you saw it. There was an advert for Christmas a couple of years back where there was an old man on the moon and the little girl can see him through the telescope. And like he looks back, it was like an M&S advert where she sends him a Christmas gift. Oh, it was a waitress. Oh, there's an advert like there's like an old man on the moon and she sends him a gift with a balloon. Huh? Oh, John Lewis, not waitress. Okay. John Lewis.
No, I don't recognise that.
They did a Star Wars one. Well, instead of the little girl seeing Old Man on the Moon, she was looking at the Death Star and she was looking at Darth Vader. And she sends him a gift and then he blows up Earth.
Oh, well, using that same footage, they just tweaked it.
Yeah. I felt really bad because like everyone, my family members were all telling me to watch the advert. They were like, "Oh, it's really sad and emotional. It's a really sad Christmassy advert." And then straight afterwards, I was like, "Oh, this one says Star Wars edition." And there's me laughing my head off in the room, and my mom's going, "You're a heartless sod, you are. You laughing at this?" And I said, "No," and I played it, and then she couldn't stop howling.
Yeah.
Darth Vader's been reduced to taking Christmas gifts off kids and then blowing up Earth.
No. Yeah. Who was it who said that because until he takes his mask off, you don't see, he's got the mask on, you don't really see who he is. But he was never really that threatening. It was more threatening to see someone's face, and they had more of a presence if you could see their face. And I don't remember who said that.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it is more terrifying when you can see facial expressions. But I don't know. I mean, the whole heavy breathing in a dark room and not being able to see him was.
Yeah, and the color, the black, was
Yeah.
quite a dominating presence.
I don't know. Have you seen Rogue One? Yeah, or
I still haven't watched it. I put it back on the shelf now. I'm in.
okay.
I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it. I know that the end of it is when they kind of bring back Governor Tarkin and Princess Leia, and it's all done via CGI. But the majority of it's very unlike Star Wars, isn't it?
It's actually it's weird because I still agree that it's not. I think you'll agree with me when you watch it. It wasn't needed. Like we didn't need the story, but kind of glad that we got it anyway.
Oh, someone else is watching.
Oh, hello.
And I've received one dislike.
It's probably because of the whole Darth Vader versus Hitler conversation.
It would be fine if we knew the reason for it. Maybe leave a comment explaining why.
Yeah. And then I reckon that person just left.
I don't know if you saw in my previous stream or the one before, talking about Star Wars and adverts and how they kind of change it.
Yeah.
Rage of the Lost Ark, when you first see Indy in the class teaching the girls, and the girl's got "I love you" on her eyes, he closes her eyes
Yes.
on her eyelids. I made this really long, I don't know what to call it, montage of editing together different pieces of film, and I combined that scene with Pulp Fiction. You know, when she closes her eyes and he stutters.
Yeah.
I had Samuel L. Jackson saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, did I break her concentration?" And it was low. It was 17 minutes, so it was really, really fast paced, and I've lost it. It was on VHS. I did it years ago, but yeah, I like that.
Sounds funny.
I'll never see it again now.
Well, hopefully you'll come across it.
No, it's gone. I don't have any of my tapes anymore.
Oh, damn, sorry.
The viewers keep going up and down, up and down. They're being watched.
Yeah. It's kind of concerning. It's like they're just going out and then back in, and then,
watching us and then saying they don't see what they like.
yeah. Well, put in the comments if you want us to have a certain conversation, and then we'll talk about it. Feedback helps.
I don't need to write anything in the comments, so they can hear us. Oh, 4 watching now.
Hello, people.
And now 3.
No, 3. This is just very confusing. Yeah. Do you know I sent you that Star Wars sleeve, the original Star Wars that I sent in the email last night?
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Yeah. I said, because originally the one that I'd done, it said A New Hope.
That's right.
So I've removed that now so that when I can do it. Plus, I also took your advice. I fixed the framing, the extra bit of black.
I did notice that, yeah.
Yeah, so I finally fixed it up now.
It matches now. I've got them ready to print, but I can't print them. I've printed the Star Wars sleeve slow many times on paper that smudges, and you know, now I just need a printer that actually works.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to get it working and stuff, and get it all fixed up.
Yeah.
I managed to print a Logan sleeve today because Mental Movement had to lend me his sleeve so I could print off. Because I sold the 4K copy of Logan.
So we just have 5 watchers now, 4 now, 3. Whoever's watching isn't staying.
I have no idea why. But the weirdest thing is the printed version of the Logan sleeve came out nicer than the actual sleeve that exists. I have no idea how that worked.
In terms of colour or...
Yeah. There's hang on. I'll put the actual sleeve in here to keep it straight for him so it doesn't get damaged. That's his one, the actual sleeve.
That's the genuine article, yeah?
Yep, and then...
That one you've got in your hand is the print.
This one's the print, and that one's the...
Are they different? I mean, I can see that the colours are stronger, yeah.
Yeah.
But have you done it... You're not using different artwork, it's the same?
Yes, I just scanned it through. So it's the exact same sleeve, but it came out much... Like, the colours came out much more noticeable.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. I didn't think that was possible.
I don't know if you remember the other day I showed my Sopranos sleeves.
Yes.
I reprinted those on the better paper. Oh no, I had you couldn't see the faults in those ones that I showed you. They're so minor, and I'm okay with them. But I printed them on the matte paper, and they're really dark. Everything is too dark. And they just told me, oh, different printers print different qualities. But I've got it next to me. Oh yeah, look at this. I just because I've got it here. This is a series I haven't watched, but I've just got the most recent series, Vikings. Look at the text on there. It's too really dark.
Yeah.
I just turned up the brightness and the contrast, and I got that instead. It's
Nice.
it's so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just got this in the post today, which is the most recent, the second half of the last season, because I broke it into 2 pieces.
All right.
I've already need to print to replace this, and I've blacked out the 18 certificate queued up, but I can't find any. There's no image of the back that I can see that's any good, or nothing available at all.
No.
Yeah, but it's weird what just adjusting the brightness can do.
So that's the weird thing for me is when you sent me the "It Came from Outer Space" sleeve, and I tried printing it through this thing called a Windows Photo Box thing, and it came out really bright and really faded. But then when I printed it through the way I usually print it, it came out a lot more noticeable, the colors and stuff. And it's weird how certain ways of printing can also change the results.
And that's just down to using a different program.
Yeah, because they've got 2 ways of printing on here. There's printing through the paint tool, and then there's just printing through the what's it called? Let me find it. It's called Windows Photo Viewer. And it's just weird how when you print through Windows Photo Viewer, it comes out a lot more faded, whereas you print it through Paint, and all the colors are just a lot more noticeable.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's down to. I thought that the paper also makes a big difference. More than I thought it would. I don't know, it just shows more clarity.
That's why I love my photo paper. Like I had no problem printing on like plain paper, but it wasn't so much as the colors that I wanted to use photo paper for. It was the thickness. I just wanted the feel of an actual sleeve, and like when I was printing on normal paper, it just felt too like if I tried to pull it out of the case, it would either tear or wrinkle, and I wanted to just have that feeling as if the sleeve felt genuine, like an actual
It was too
sleeve
thick.
would feel.
No, it was too thick.
Do you know that's just standard A4 paper?
Yeah.
It's when trying to put it into the case, the Blu-ray case, it would crinkle or tear, and if you try and pull it out, the same thing would happen. It was because it's so thin, it would just flop around, and
It's
you
thin.
can't. Do you know how like you line up your sleeves in the case to match the corners?
Sure.
I didn't realize I'd get better color results. That wasn't the reason I got it. It's just I thought it feels more like a sleeve on that paper.
This is, I think, 160 GSM. That's what I'm using. It's fine for me, and the actual print quality on the page is the same as gloss, but it's on matte paper. It's strange.
It's very. At least you know that you can get the same results on matte paper. On the Canon printer that I use, it's definitely not the same results.
No, but
No.
changing. I don't know if you can tell the difference there, but how much better this is than this. Just because I changed the contrast and brightness. Weirdly, these are region 3 discs, but they're only marked as region A. And this new season, it says Region B on the back. The discs are Region 3, but they only advertise them for England on here.
Fair enough.
The only language listed on here is English, but it's got English, Italian, German. They just don't list them, which doesn't make sense to me.
No.
It's kind of discrimination.
Yes. It's also false advertising.
Yeah, because it's ruling people out.
They'll do anything to make the money.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw the video uploaded earlier about me and Alice going to start doing a channel together that we tried doing before.
No, I didn't manage to watch that yet.
Well, we had a channel ages ago in 2013, and we called it Couples Movie Couch, where we just sat on the sofa we had at the time and we just talked anything movie related. But our first video it was a success in a way, but we didn't realize halfway through our video it just froze, so you couldn't finish the video. And it was a it was a top 10 favorite movies between like her top 10 and my top 10.
Back in 2013 or recently?
Yeah.
Oh, so you only did just a one-off?
We tried to make it an actual channel, but due to the first video, after all the effort we put into making that video, and we just kind of like lost track and just went, no, we'll just stick to our separate channels. But we talked about it today, and we're kind of interested in picking that back up, and we're going to dedicate 2 live streams a week on that channel, and we're going to just do movie related like Q&As. We're going to do movie related games, talk about movies, have like mini movie discussions, and we're going to do reviews together where she'll talk about the movie, I'll talk about like the 3D or different aspects.
Oh, but you're going to do it in a Q&A, in a live stream?
Yeah, we're going to just only do live streams twice a week. We're going to do stuff that one of the original ideas that I made at the time, we couldn't live stream back then because we didn't have the tools. And I came up with this really good game, which was like Movie Hangman. And halfway through doing it, we realized this looks very boring as a recording, and we just kind of gave up. But now we think that people can join in and like give us ideas, tell us what like they'd like to see. We can actually do it, and it'd be more fun to play like a Movie Hangman on a live stream, because then one person can stand up and go next to the board and know what they're doing, whereas the other person's kind of got to guess what the other person's given.
I see.
And it's like, yeah. But we're going to try and think of more games to do.
And
like,
do you want audience feedback for that, or is that something we should just watch but not participate in?
Well, yeah, no, we want everyone who watches the streams to participate. Like, for example, the people who are watching the stream will give us a movie or a movie character, and then the person who's got a guess won't see it. But so the one person will be looking at the comments, seeing who it is and whatever, whereas the other person will have to try and guess. And it's like they can't see the comments, so.
I see. Right. Yeah, it's like charades.
Yeah.
One person knows, one person doesn't.
Yeah. And we can do stuff like that as well.
That could be fun.
It's meant to be. We're hoping it will be.
I had a thought the other day that I thought might be interesting, because someone, I think his name is Angel, he joined the live stream yesterday with Don Starr. He said, "What's your favorite Tom Hanks film?" And Don Starr said, "Oh, we'll think about that for a week. Discuss it next week." I came up with the question: if you could live in any cinematic universe, which one would you choose? Obviously, you want something stress-free, so it wouldn't be the Terminator or anything where there's a threat of violence. not the Evil Dead or
No.
actually, which is funny, because that's what Don Starr said. He said he would want to live in the Evil Dead world, be under attack. I thought, do you want that stress?
I don't know. It'd be kind of cool, but I wouldn't want to chop off my arm and replace it with a chainsaw.
No. Oh, he mentioned
No.
the recent TV series, the spin-off TV series, not the films. But it's the
Okay.
same. But it's the same world.
Yeah, so it's still a chainsaw for a hand.
Yeah, and he does in the series. He does have a chainsaw for a hand.
Yeah, I
He
don't
might. I would think maybe something like a Woody Allen, living in New York, or that might
see.
be
Weirdly
nice.
enough, for me, I choose the Marvel universe just because there's so many opportunities. Like,
What about the threat of mass destruction on a huge scale?
yeah, but if I'm the Hulk, it wouldn't bother me as much because I'm all of that in one person. What would take billions of aliens, because I could do in just myself.
All right, I didn't realize you meant you would take on the personality of someone. Okay, that's different.
Oh no, I'd hate to be one of the standard citizens in that universe because I'd be dead in an instant. I
Yeah,
can't run to save my life. I'd be the first one gone. I thought you meant like if you could like be in the universe as one of the
take on the
like
person.
the yeah.
That's not what I was thinking, but maybe. Yeah, that makes it quite different if you've got superpowers.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars though. I know a lot of people would probably choose Star Wars, but like it's kind of awkward because you could either be a really cool Jedi or a badass Sith, or you could just be one of the aliens in the cantina. Like it's having the luck of the draw of which one you get blessed with.
Yeah, yeah. But what about all the violence? I mean, there's the whole violent tone of it, and Luke's parents were Luke's
Yeah.
Aunt May and Uncle Ben. There's a lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
I
See,
don't know. I just thought it might be a good question to put out.
no, it's definitely it's intriguing as well because you can see it from different alternatives. Like in the Star Wars universe, it's like yeah, I can be a good rebellion pilot, or I can be a Sith Lord, or knowing my luck, I could be landing on the planet Alderaan just as it gets hit by the laser. So,
Yeah, the whole planet is destroyed.
so many alternative ways this could work out for us.
Yeah. Back to the Future. Back to the Future might be intriguing.
Oh yeah,
I mean, well, that's just being in the 50s in time travel.
yeah, time travel would be cool. But yeah, again, I have bad luck with that. It's knowing my luck, I'd go forward in time, and something bad would just happen. It's just instant. It's just gonna happen. As soon as I get out of the car, I'll get hit by something or mugged. My luck is terrible.
If that does happen, you can just go backwards and prevent it from ever taking place.
Yeah, but no, my luck, it actually happened as soon as I get out of the DeLorean. It wouldn't even be my future self. It'd actually be me. Luck's terrible. I don't know, it would be fun though. I guess it's. Although I have to admit, I hated the younger version of myself, so I'd probably go back in time just to kick the crap out of myself.
That would have repercussions on your future self.
Yeah, it's like that's a good story for a psychiatrist. It's just like my future self came back in time and beat me up.
You might be better off just saying, don't make that life choice. Try to guide yourself.
Yeah, but I know I wouldn't listen unless I got hit. It's kind of a life lesson. Like, I didn't listen to my parents unless my dad opened up his palm and it's like, okay, okay, I won't do it. So it's kind of like going back to my future self and just like, just just a little kick up the butt, kind of get a move on.
I never really understood why, or it's just my own personal opinion, but I've always thought that for some reason, or maybe it's the case with all films, but I've always felt that for some reason, specifically Back to the Future, the first one, and the Terminator, the first one, I they're much more enjoyable if you watch them late at night,
Oh yeah,
and I can't get my head around why.
Back to the Future isn't. It's not because I do agree there are such things as daytime and evening, nighttime movies. It just you can't enjoy certain films during the day, nor can you enjoy certain films during nighttime. It has to have that feel that you're just watching it at the right time to feel comfortable enough to continue watching the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, Terminator 1, I totally agree. If you try and watch that during the day, it's more like background noise. It's like you can't sit down and watch it. You have to do something else.
You're not
And
focused purely on the
yeah,
yeah.
because it's just one of those stories that you just want to, because especially at nighttime where it's more peaceful and quiet, you just want to sit down, no lights on, dark room, and just enjoy what that film has to offer. So I can totally agree with that. Back to the Future is actually similar. It's just like there's too much intelligence in the movies, and that's the point. Is you don't want to miss anything
Yeah.
from what they're trying to give you, and you notice that during the day you're always on your feet, you're always moving around, and it's like if you miss something, you kind of either have to rewind it or you've got to keep pausing it in order to go back to it and watch it when you finish doing what you're doing. Whereas at night time, you can kind of just put your feet up and go, I'm not moving until those credits come up.
But
And you can just, yeah,
it requires your full attention.
exactly. So I do agree with you on that.
Yeah. And that's probably the case with all films, but I don't know why those two come to mind more than others.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that I can't watch musicals at night time, which sounds very weird. I I cannot watch like Sweeney Todd or Sound of Music, Moulin Rouge. I can't watch any of those at night time. And I have no idea why. I tend to enjoy them more during the day because they're not movies you have to watch. You can just listen to those movies due to whereas it's mostly just music, it's you can see what they're saying through the songs. You don't have to actually
Well, yeah,
watch what they're saying.
I mean, Back to the Future is a very dense plot and so
Yeah,
much going on. You really need to grasp it fully, so it requires your full attention. Whereas,
yeah,
yeah, that's a bit more. You don't have to be so focused on it, I suppose. Same goes
yeah.
with Terminator. I still can't get my head around the plot of the Terminator, really, about John Connor being not born, and then it's a bit of a takes a lot to get your head around.
The only thing that I can't seem to get over with the Terminator story is why is it that when they go back in time they have to be naked? Is it like you're not allowed to wear clothes when you time travel? Because I'm pretty sure Back to the Future would be different if Marty came out of the DeLorean butt naked. It wouldn't have the same feel to the movie.
Well, no, he's in a machine. When they time travel, they're not in a enclosed. It's just them exposed, literally
Yeah.
in the open. They're not using a device. And I remember Kyle Reese says, "Nothing dead will go." Do you remember that?
Yes.
They probably did try and justify that, but I don't know how well.
No.
I remember him saying, "Nothing dead will go."
I just felt like really awkward watching Terminator for the first time because I was just like, okay, I understand that he's a robot. He's sent to destroy the person that's supposed to be able to destroy them in the future, but does he have Does he have to expose his penis to the people in order to prove that point? Like, do you have to be naked in order to kill the savior of Earth? Didn't think that was a part of the holy writing about the movie. It's just like,
It might have been a stylistic choice as well, from a cinematic standpoint.
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of intriguing to the audience. Like, ooh, why are they naked?
You remember it, so maybe that's.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hard not to remember when you just see butt naked Schwarzenegger stand up for the first time. It's like,
Yeah.
So everyone's praying that they don't pan the camera down. It's like, just keep it on his chest. Don't pan it down. We don't want to, especially people who went to the cinemas to see it, because they're like, oh, please, no. No,
Yeah, I remember I saw that film way too young. I didn't really. Of course, I used to think of it as a horror film because it's about a woman essentially being stalked. The side
Yeah,
part of it was never really struck a chord with me until years later. But I saw it way too.
yeah. It has got a weird, creepy vibe to it.
I used to think that the Terminator itself, the character, that he was good because he was trying to kill John Connor, and John Connor was. Isn't that a good thing? Because he was trying to prevent what's it called, Cyberdyne never happening. So isn't that a
Yeah,
good thing? Or am I just over?
it's a good thing on his part because obviously he doesn't want his future race to be extinct, just like we wouldn't want ours. But I guess it's that typical kind of we're the humans, we've got to be the good guys, and it's kind of why I like the plot of Avatar. I like the fact that the aliens were the good guys and we were the villains. I kind of like that concept.
I just remembered something. You probably don't know this. This may surprise you. I wonder if you know that O.J. Simpson was originally cast as the Terminator. He was the casting original first choice. And then they wanted Lance Hendrickson, who played one of the cops, to be the Terminator because he fits in. He doesn't stand out in a crowd. You know the two police,
Yeah.
Bishop from Aliens.
Yes.
He was going to be the Terminator because he looks like everybody else.
I can see him more than O.J. Simpson. I'm pretty sure Terminator wouldn't be as popular as it was if O.J. Simpson was the Terminator.
No, it would have gone in a different direction.
Yeah.
I just noticed the dislike has been removed, so you must have said something right.
That's good. But I was nice to the person and just came in and removed it.
Well, we're the only people watching now. No one else is here.
I think it's kind of weird when we want to be watched. does that make us the weird people?
I don't know. Watched by who? We don't know who it is.
Yeah. God. Schwarzenegger, please just stay away.
Sorry, what?
So Schwarzenegger, just stay away. We're not Sarah Connor. We don't want to be stalked by no butt naked Schwarzenegger, especially not now. No.
Oh, you mean he's watching us?
No, so I hope he's not. I don't want Schwarzenegger to watch us. Very creepy.
I love the Terminator. I really do. I think, I'm in the minority, but I do think the first Terminator is the better film.
Yeah.
I like the sort of, because the second one is so big budget. I like the lower scale of the first film more. I do.
Yeah, the first film does have a unique feel because it's exactly what you said. It's not just a sci-fi or an action. It's thriller horror / sci-fi lifestyle. It's terrifying, because even though he's a cybernetic organism, it's the fact that the thought of someone stalking young vulnerable woman is a very scary thought to young women at the time, and even now when they watch it, it's got aspects of all different types of genres in that one movie, which makes it very unique. Whereas the second one and upwards, they just work out all the big explosions and sci-fi action. They don't take back to the original feel of
No.
the first one.
Well, the first one is so small scale, especially when you're familiar with what it's become. It's
Yeah.
so sort of scaled down. I think it's kind of a perfect film. I can't really fault the Terminator, the first one.
No, it is. It's definitely a great. It's definitely a great movie, and I think it's one of the ones that will always stand out throughout history. It's
It doesn't get old.
yeah. Again, no, exactly.
No.
I just like what they try to do with the new one with Genesis. I like the fact that so the story doesn't sound stupid. It's like, oh, Cyberdyne used real life aging skin over the endoskeletons, so it's like his skin will get older, but he'll never expire. And I'm like, okay, you're just trying to make an excuse to why Schwarzenegger now looks like a prune.
Didn't
But
they do that in the first one? I thought they did that originally because it says living tissue over endoskeleton.
yeah, but it's the fact that like they tried to make it more noticeable for the fact that he looks like a prune.
Oh,
It's
it's
just like,
right. It's getting around.
yeah,
I didn't see Genesis. I attempted to watch Salvation, but I couldn't. It was just when I heard McG was making it, I thought this is not going to turn out good.
in fairness, I actually enjoyed not because it was a Terminator movie because I didn't see it as an actual I didn't see a part of that franchise. Yet again, I saw it as an alternate timeline kind of thing. Like I saw it as the prequel to the Terminator series. Like
Oh, a prequel.
it was yeah, because if you look at it, it shows when they were trying to send back because the person who was playing Kyle Reese was Anton Yelchin. He was playing Kyle Reese, and they were trying to get help to send him back in time to see Sarah Connor. So I saw it as a prequel, so it's not a part of the actual original movies as of yet. It's what was happening before.
But you saw it as a prequel, or it actually is a prequel?
I think it may actually be, but I instantly when I watched it, I thought of it as a prequel because it shows it. And if you're not really keen on watching the movie, then I can explain probably why if you're not keen on watching it.
Okay, maybe I was just looking at it from the wrong perspective.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
people just instantly judged it because the point is they actually showed the main plot point in the trailers, so everyone instantly hated the movie.
right, they gave it all away.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a really well. It's not particularly interesting or funny, but there's a video called "Trailers Are All the Same." Every trailer is the same, or something like that, and it shows all the Marvel film trailers, and they really are all the same. They all open with an establishing shot.
yep.
There's a formula, and they all stick to it. And that's that sound they're using the trans.
Yeah.
They've all got that. There's just it makes them seem like a production line, which they are, I suppose.
I just can't believe Disney bought it. I don't see why they had to buy Marvel.
Oh, Marvel.
Yeah, like I don't see why Disney had to buy the Marvel movies
When did that happen? Iron
a
Man
couple of years
wasn't.
back.
Iron Man, the first one,
No,
was Paramount.
they bought Marvel um, just after Avengers 1 was released
Oh, so the first
because it
one,
was yeah, it was just after Phase 1. They
which,
bought Marvel.
which studio released the Avengers?
Paramount.
Was it? Yeah, yeah.
and then it was Iron Man 3, Captain America 2, Thor 2, Ultron, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I still haven't
And
seen.
then
Sorry,
oh
I still haven't seen the second Thor film. I've got it, of course. Haven't watched it. The Dark World.
yeah, it's not a bad movie. I think you'll be a little bit. You'll definitely have your different opinions between the first and the second one.
Yeah.
Although nothing compares to Iron Man 3.
Is that a good thing?
No, it's really not. It's really not. Because everyone had faults with Iron Man 2. I don't know if you've seen the Iron Man trilogy.
Yeah.
But everyone hated Whiplash. They didn't like Mickey Rourke. But I was interested in his character because it was the whole point of, his father and him were his father was the original creator behind the Arc technology, and the Starks kind of took full responsibility for it, and he just wanted revenge for his father, and I kind of understand that. But Iron Man 3, I mean, Sir Ben Kingsley, they dragged him down. He was supposed to play one of the scariest villains in the Iron Man universe. He was supposed to play the Mandarin.
Yes.
And then it turned out he was called Trevor, and he was a Cockney actor just
Yeah.
playing as the Mandarin.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh.
There's a name for that, isn't there? When what's it called? Not plot twist, but something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. It kind of sucked because, like, we're finally seeing the Mandarin, and it's like, he's not the Mandarin.
They did it not to that extent, but they did a similar thing with Guy Pearce.
Yes.
He was supposed to be a completely different character to how he was portrayed.
Yep. I think the main two faults of Iron Man 3 is, one, Gwyneth Paltrow got the infection virus and then became like super mega bitch and just melted everything.
Yeah.
And then Stark blowing up all his suits. And then he rebuilt them for the future franchise. Like, why blow them up in the first place?
It may be I think, no, that was a case of I haven't seen it, and I probably never will see it. But it was just too much studio involvement, like with Suicide Squad. I don't think the end result was the director's vision.
No.
It got pulled in every direction, and the suits get involved, and it doesn't become what it's supposed to be.
No.
Iron Man 3 is quite famous for that, I think. Not to the
The
extent
Suicide Squad's still missing quite a lot, though. There's at least 10 scenes that were meant to involve the Joker that was taken out.
There you go. Well, they're not even in the longer.
Nope.
Well, that's quite huge.
Yeah.
I was telling Henry, disregarding Henry, that's not his real name. There's, I think, a really great 1987 film called Revenge. Tony Scott, Ridley Scott's brother. It's a small, sort of not very well known film. Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
The theatrical version of that film is 2 hours approximately. They made a director's cut, which is 20 minutes shorter. And they just literally removed the beginning and the end of every scene from the film. Of course, it completely butchers the narrative and the continuity. It doesn't make any sense. So in that instance, the theatrical release is the better one.
I don't see why they do it, though.
And
it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. It was probably studio interference.
Yeah.
I've got it's only available on DVD. If you buy the Blu-ray, it's the shorter version. But they just, the flow of it isn't there when you just hack everything to pieces.
It sucks when they do that with movies. It ruins it.
At least they could do what Ridley Scott did with Blade Runner and give us every available version. About
Yes.
five, give us all 5 versions to choose from and watch, not just one. And obviously, I'm talking about George Lucas. No,
Yeah.
no one's ever going to see the original editions again.
No.
Well, I
Not
did.
unless you get not unless you get the specialized ones.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of an insult to the audience.
Oh, I don't know where I read it. There's actually a thing going around. It's mostly on like the Facebook forums and stuff. There's an actual rumor that one of George Lucas's friends had spotted on his shelf Blu-ray editions of the despecialized versions of the Star Wars trilogy. And apparently he told the friend that that was the version he'd wish he'd gone with before Disney had bought Lucasfilms.
So what? George Lucas has purchased them.
Yeah, he's actually bought the specialized versions on Blu-ray to add to his own
I,
collection.
I actually highly doubt that, seeing how he was so um, closed-minded to the idea of anybody seeing it. I kind of doubt that he would want to see them himself.
I don't know though. If you'd made a masterpiece back in your day, and then since them original movies, the series had just been butchered over and over and over again, I reckon in your mind you'd kind of just go, I wonder how it would have looked if I had just gone with the original trilogy and
Yeah,
like hadn't gone through the CGI route. So I can kind of it's hard because it's I
on,
kind of believe it,
yeah, on three separate
but
occasions. Um, Possibly, I don't know. Do you know who that was?
it was just on Facebook forums. It was just like, oh, George Lucas secretly admits to owning the specialized editions of Star Wars. It's just you get these different things every now and again. It's like they come all different celebrities.
So there may not be any truth to it.
It's always hearsay, but most of the time it turns out to be true because originally there was one about Bruce Jenner. It was very popular on Facebook. It was, oh, Bruce Jenner wants to be a woman, and everyone was like, oh yeah, right. And then like a week later he came out as getting a sex change. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
so there's a chance it might be true, but I don't know.
I'm wondering who it might have been. He's good friends with John Milius. He's the director of Conan. It might have been him. They were in film school together. Wrote Apocalypse Now. Lucas was going to direct Apocalypse Now at one point, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, especially now, since doesn't he now have no involvement with Star Wars? Now he's been sold to Disney.
He's happy he still gets to have his name on every Star Wars product that's put out there. He's happy about that, but he doesn't really get a say in what happens with the movies from now on. Just
Also,
like
I heard that it's been saying it for years now, but they actually have restored the original trilogy, have been restored in 4K, so they do exist. They're
yep,
just not being put out publicly, but they are
no.
there. Disney have got them, I think. They're just choosing to not do it.
Well, at the moment, Disney is experimenting with 4K. The first 4K release Disney is releasing is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No,
That's their.
but what I mean is the restorations have been done.
Yeah, they've been done. So it's possible that they could ever get a future release if they wanted to. But I think it's about whether or not they may actually do it is the question. But according to Disney, if 4K works well for their movies, then they want to try and put out 4K versions of all their movies if they can.
Going back to catalog titles.
Yep. They want to release the original classics collection, the live actions, all their just odd off movies. They want to try and just release. If 4K works well for Guardians 2, they want to actually do it. And there was talks of, if it does work out well, the Star Wars. They said Saga, but they didn't specify what parts of Saga might see future 4K releases.
Yeah. I just thought that episodes 4, 5, and 6, or the first ones, are not Disney. They have the rights to the other ones, don't they?
They have the rights to all of them now. They bought they basically bought Lucasfilms. They own every Star Wars now.
But I mean, they're no longer 20th Century Fox.
No, they're no longer 20th Century Fox now. They're now all basically. They've still got the 20th Century Fox logo due to that was the production company that released them, but they're now under Disney's control.
Yeah. I've got my specialized edition here. This is the only good sleeve I've got. That's another thing. The opening 20th Century Fox logos on these ones is the original 1977 one, not the, because film studios often redo their logo. This has got the real ones, the original ones in it. But since I've got these, I don't really care. These are the special editions, to my mind. I don't know what you call the ones that were put out. I
just call them Star Wars.
Because that's another thing. Star Wars: A New Hope in '77, or I'm not sure when it was done. It might have been '95, or was admitted to the AFI. But it was the original edition, not the so-called special edition. So that's kind of another slap in the face.
So the weirdest thing is when mentioning like the old production logos, I miss RKO Productions, like RKO with the beeping radio tower.
King Kong, Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that. It's like, yeah, I like this. They don't do much now.
No, they don't exist.
No. I don't know. I don't think so. The last movie I ever watched that had the RKO productions was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh yeah.
And that's because they advertised it at the end when they done the end song. They advertised the big RKO tower which they tried to climb, didn't they?
Sorry, what?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I actually haven't seen that film.
Oh what?
No, I've never.
Oh wow.
It. I haven't seen a frame of it. I know of it. I know. I can. Let's do the time walk again. That's from that, isn't it? Time walk. But I haven't seen the film.
It's not the kind of movie you'd think. Growing up, that was my Moulin Rouge. Rocky Horror Picture Show was my favorite movie of all time growing up, and it's weird because when you watch it and if you know what it's about, it's not the kind of movie that a young child at the age of 5 up until 10 should be his favorite film.
You were seeing it with. You didn't know it at the time. You were okay with it.
I was okay. I kind of knew. I knew what it was. I knew it was men dressing as women and wearing heavy makeup and fishnet stockings. But I kind of I was appealed by the music and the entertainment because Tim Curry in anything is just brilliant. I love Tim Curry. He's got one of those voices that just makes you smile. But it's just especially when you go to your school and there's teachers who know what that movie is, and I'm like, I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show, and and I really like it. It's like, no, you shouldn't like these kinds of movies. Oh, but I had a crush on one of the actresses in it. She's stunning. If you get a chance to look her up, look up type in Rocky Horror Picture Show Columbia. She's got this like short red hair and she wears this golden glittery jacket. She just to me back then she was like my adult crush. She was like, I want to marry that woman.
Yeah, that wasn't
This is
Susan.
very strange.
That wasn't. Was that Susan Sarandon?
No.
I don't know who else was in that film. I really don't know much about it.
Other than Susan Sarandon, Richard O'Brien, and Tim Curry, everyone else is kind of you don't really know who. Oh, and Meatloaf. You don't really know anyone else.
No.
No, it's not.
Have you seen the film Legend with Tim Curry?
No.
Ridley Scott's film. He plays the devil.
I've seen references to it and I've seen trailers, but I've never actually watched the whole movie.
That's kind of a classic. I used to have.
Yeah.
I remember I got from our video shop. From Blockbuster. I mean, I'm talking. It must have been the 80s. I got a life-size thing of Tim Curry. The cardboard.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah. They used to have those in the shops, and when I don't want them, they threw them out. I remember I had that, and I think I had a Cobra one as well, Stallone's Cobra.
Oh, nice.
I seem to remember.
Although I'd feel kind of weird if I had a big Tim Curry next to my bed. I think that would prove everyone at school about them movies. Especially with that face that he pulls. He pulls that stalker kind of face. It's just like he's always watching you.
I know what you mean. Isn't he in The Grinch? Or the Ron Howard, Jim Carrey film?
I have no idea. He probably was. He sneaks his way into certain movies. Like, for the first time ever, I think 2 months ago, I watched Clue. I never knew it existed.
Clue?
Yeah. It's the movie based on Cluedo, the game, the board game, and it's...
Oh.
Tim Curry plays the butler. It's quite a few famous actors and actresses. I don't know their names, but I recognize them by face. The dodgy salesman from Short Circuit 2's in it. What's his name? Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it.
I never thought it existed. I never knew what it was until I saw. I watched Chris Stuckman's Blu-ray collection, and he had the Blu-ray of it, and he was saying about how it's one of his favorite movies of all time because it's so bad, it's so good. And then I finally got around to watching it, and it genuinely is. It's Tim Curry being Tim Curry, and it works so well. Such a strange man. It's like William Dafoe. It's just that stalker face. It's very strange knowing that actors you like have those weird faces that kind of haunt you.
The makeup in Legend is quite amazing, especially for the time. It's incredible what they did. It was the early 80s.
It does look good.
It was. I mean, it holds up really well.
They make him look quite like built and quite bulky, don't they? They make him look like he's really ripped. So it does look great.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know the sequence with the unicorns in Blade Runner are outtakes from Legend. That sequence in Blade Runner with the unicorns, it never really sat right with me. It was felt out of place. Because it was an afterthought, I suppose.
Yeah. But Blade Runner is quite a weird movie and all. Like, it's a good movie, but it's very weird to follow. And
well, it's not so heavy on the story. It's more about tone and atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's kind of light on, well, to an extent.
There's
And
a
it's all
film that I watched, and it's basically like, it reminds me a lot of Blade Runner, and it's weird because I didn't watch Blade Runner up until last year,
Oh,
so it's weird. But the film that I'd watched that reminds me of it is a film called AI,
yeah.
and it
Um,
has the same feel.
well, it's yeah. I suppose it's dark, sci-fi setting. Kind of bleak in its. I saw Mark Kermode did a review that he used to hate it, and now he said it's now his favorite Spielberg film. It's a masterpiece. He's
It
just
is a
seeing
great movie.
it with different eyes. That's Stanley Kubrick died and he didn't get to make it, but Stanley Kubrick was going to make that film, and Kubrick took over. I mean, Spielberg took over because he kind of felt like he should.
Yeah.
Um,
See, it's weird though because one of my most favorite like robot slash cyborg kind of movies is not one of the most popular choices, but it doesn't exist on Blu-ray, which kind of sucks because I'd kind of like to have that in the collection. Bicentennial Man.
oh, the Robin Williams
Yes,
film. Um, may have seen that. I'm not sure.
where he's a robot and he's like a house robot, and uh, this guy buys him, and he's like a maintenance robot to help look after the kids, clean the house, do the shopping. But towards the future, he just wants to be recognized as human, and he tries to find any possible way to be classed by the laws of Earth as a human being. And he goes to all the trouble of actually trying to get like synthetic organs and skin, and he just wants to try and look.
All right.
And it's really emotional. It's towards because it's a very strange movie, and you wouldn't think it's what it was, but it's just got such a great feel to it. And it's weird because Robin Williams, being known as the comedy actor most of his life, he did some really good serious movies, and he played them well. Like 1 Hour Photo showed that he can do the chilling thriller
Definitely.
character if he wanted to.
Yeah.
What Dreams May Come could show that he can do the emotional, dramatic. Um, Insomnia showed that he can play the.
Yeah, I was going to say Insomnia.
Yeah, it's
Disturbed characters.
he could do brilliant serious things.
And Good Will Hunting was kind of
Yes.
had serious well, more serious than comic, I suppose, but there was a lot of comedy in it too. But it was, I
Yeah.
would consider it as a serious part. Yeah.
But it's like it's weird because most people just want to notice him for the funny, like Mrs. Doubtfire and Jack and all the kind of comedy films that he's been in. Everyone wants to notice him for, or Jumanji,
Flubber.
Flubber. Yeah, Flubber is great though. But I do like I did like quite a lot of the serious things that he could do. But Bicentennial Man was just one of those movies that was like you didn't expect he could pull it off,
No.
but it works really well.
I suppose being a stand-up comic enforced that view of him as being funny. Oh, I don't know if you've seen. Look up on YouTube. Bobcat Goldthwait, Joe Rogan. He talks about they were best friends, really best friends. He's the one from Police Academy who would make those noises. Not the long hair.
Oh yeah, the I don't want to go on the Ferris wheel.
Him. Him and he's become a really good director, but his films are really dark.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if you can see that. This is a film he made with Robin Williams, World's Greatest Dad. But they were best friends. This is really, really, really dark. I mean, really, incredibly dark. But in this interview, he actually says the truth that wasn't revealed to the world about Robin Williams' death.
Yeah.
It's not what we were told.
No.
I don't know if you want to see that or not.
The thing is, he was misdiagnosed. That's what sucks.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah. Sorry, something loud just fell in our room, and we don't know what it was. Scared us. Yeah, he was misdiagnosed. He was told by a doctor that he'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he thought his career was over. So,
Well, Parkinson's.
it's the illness Michael J. Fox has.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, my granddad.
Yeah.
My granddad had it.
But
A lot of people have it. Billy Connolly has it.
Yeah.
But he was misdiagnosed.
Yep, he didn't have Parkinson's at all.
No.
Like he thought his career was over, and it turns out they were like, "Oh no, sorry, no, he didn't actually have Parkinson's."
No, but he was bipolar, wasn't he? That was cool.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the funny people sort of feel that they feel the need to put on an act all the time. Jim Carrey is another one.
Yeah.
Recently anyway, he's become a lot more serious. But I saw Nick Cage. He said ordinarily you wouldn't even know he was in the room, but when the cameras are on, he comes to life and he's acting crazy and putting on an act. But it's not him. He's not really.
It's kind of weird though, because Jim Carrey at the moment he's close to going to jail. It sucks.
Oh, he is. Why is that?
He's being blamed for his girlfriend's death. He was going out with this really young woman who was married, but apparently her marriage wasn't working out so well. So they were in a relationship, and they used to argue a lot, and they'd had a big argument. So she left a suicide note on Twitter and overdosed on prescription medicine that belonged to him.
Oh.
So her husband and her mother are suing Jim Carrey and hoping that he goes to jail.
That doesn't really seem like it's his doing, though. I mean, that's...
No, but they're calling him a murderer.
No, that's just a bad coincidence to my mind.
Yeah, but he stopped acting. He retired. He's grown a big beard, grown long hair. He doesn't want to act anymore. He just wants to stay at home.
I did see him on a talk show. I think it was Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy. What's the other one? Jimmy. There's two Jimmys.
Yeah, it's either Kimmel or Fallon. Sorry.
Kimball. Yeah. He's made a TV series which he produced, I think, about the music industry in the 70s. But maybe he's just stopped acting, but he's still involved.
Yeah.
Because he made that series.
He doesn't want to be in front of a camera anymore. His time in front of a camera is kind of done.
He's had his moment of glory.
Yep. That's the thing that all comedian actors, all comic actors have had depressive childhoods and bad
Oh,
growing up, and it's
Richard Pryor.
yeah,
He's the antithesis of that. I mean, the example of that. Yeah. And I thought he was a fantastic actor, really, really underrated. Um, I don't know. Do you want to bring this to a close? It is midnight.
um, I guess we could do. We could just do this again sometime next week or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll get more people actually staying when they watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it something for people to watch after it ends.
Yeah, hopefully we've been entertaining.
Yeah.
So I've got more subscribers. I told you I had 23. I've now got 27.
Which is really good.
Well, it's picking up. I noticed my most watched video, which is something like 109 views. That's a lot to me. Is my digital code giveaways.
Yeah.
So people just want the codes.
People
That's
just want
right.
the free stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but I also put comments saying I'm amazing for doing it. And
Yeah.
I help where I can.
Oh.
You don't have any idea, do you, about the time difference between the UK and the US? Because John Starr yesterday was saying he'll do his stream at 9 p.m.
Well,
No, well, yesterday he started at 11 o'clock p.m.
11 p.m. here or 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
Um,
here,
11 p.m. here. So
and he's in
wait.
Illinois.
Mm,
I don't want to, because that was the only stream of his I've actually been able to attend. I didn't get
I
the
remember. Yeah.
notification.
I'm
Uh,
trying to work it out in my head. um,
I know that when Henry does his, it's 1 p.m. for him and it's 9 p.m. for us. If
yeah.
that's something to go by.
Because I remember him saying before when it was like 1, 2 in the morning. I remember him saying it was 10 o'clock where he was. So if we work it out, if it was about 1 or 2 a.m. here, but 10 p.m. there, it's about a 4 or 5 hour difference.
Yeah. It's a shame because it really throws the body out of sync. The body clock.
Yeah, you have to go through all the Google stuff to try and find the actual time zones. So he's going to be streaming at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it was Illinois time.
Illinois, yeah.
Yeah. So if I can do it, Illinois time to we'll find out. So well, that wasn't very helpful. Apparently, if it's 5:30 a.m. in Illinois, it would be 11:30 a.m. in the UK,
So that's a difference of 6 hours.
give or take. So
So when he says 9 p.m., that's, are we ahead or?
that means he'd be starting his stream at 3 o'clock, and I don't see how that would work. Right. Let's try it this way. Let's see if I can do it this way. Wow, Google really doesn't like working. It seems such a big company. They like making a lot of errors.
Yeah. I'm having computer issues. I got all these. I accidentally clicked on something on eBay, and it's bringing up Windows and advertising all the time.
Uh,
We use ad block,
Pop-ups.
but it doesn't stop them coming in.
Nope. Pop-ups are a nuisance. It's like they're waiting to do it, and it's a good thing you don't own a mobile phone because you'd probably smash it the first day you get it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that drives you, especially when you try and use the internet on it when you're in a rush, and it just comes up. Oh, you've won a prize. No, I haven't. Just go away.
I know. I keep being told, congratulations, you've been entered into our competitions. And things I'm not even looking at. It just keeps bombarded. But it's not so bad. It used to be really. I couldn't click on anything. Everything would bring up 9 pages of. It was stupid.
Every time I see a pop-up though with these congratulations, I just hear one scene from Red Dwarf, which is that please post me my walrus polishing kit. That's 16 of the super brushes that can clean even the trickiest of sea-bound mammals. Just it always comes in my head when I see these competition things.
Yeah.
I
I've not
don't
seen.
know.
I've not seen Red Dwarf for a long time.
That and Heidi High. I love my old British TV series.
I saw Craig Charles do stand-up comedy here in Bristol.
Oh, nice.
It's local to me, but unfortunately, just before seeing it, I watched his last show, and it was word for word the same.
Oh,
Comedians do that. He didn't have any new material.
that sucks. Yeah, it sucks when comedians tell the same jokes on different shows.
I remember when I saw Lee Evans, he had about 20 minutes of old stuff, but then it was all different, so that was okay.
Yeah. The good thing about Lee Evans, though, is he can do this thing where he can tell an old joke but still make it funny.
Yeah.
Whereas most comedians fail to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 hours. It is 6 hours difference.
6, but which way?
I think,
We're
yeah,
ahead. We're ahead of them. Yeah.
when it is 9 a.m. in Chicago, it will be 3 p.m. in London. So it'd be vice versa. So if it's 9 p.m., it'd be 3 a.m.
Is he doing it AM or PM?
I think he does it every Sunday at p.m. He does it at 9.
So that's going to be 3 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
Oh no! I thought
Maybe we
11
should
o'clock.
ask him to do it at 7.
I thought 11 o'clock was bad.
Yeah. If we ask him to do it at 7 p.m. at his time, it will be 1 o'clock.
Yeah. He
At
might be
least that's
open.
a bit more reasonable.
That's why I asked him when we first joined the video. That was my first question to him. Does he always do his live streams at the same time? And he said no. It's always different. He just
Yeah.
does it when he feels like doing it.
He does do it at random times, though, because there's been times where I just turned, because I watch YouTube on my TV, and I'll just click it on, and then it will come up saying he's live, and I'm like, he did one like 2 days ago. Oh, he does them very randomly. He likes to surprise people.
I didn't know you can watch YouTube on your TV.
Yeah, the smart TVs, it has the little app thing where you can just sign in and you can watch YouTube on the TV.
But you can't post comments on a live thing.
No, but the good thing is I can watch the streams on my TV, but I can comment using my phone. I just mute the phone.
Oh, that is handy.
Yeah, and it's good as well because I can actually hear better, and I don't have to have like their big headphones or the earphones, and I can actually listen and watch. And um, it's also easy on the eyes because I'm not staring at a small screen. I can actually just relax and be comfortable.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes are feasting on me at the moment.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah. We live like literally across the road from one of the biggest parks in London. So all their bugs decide to fly over to the buildings.
Well, the dogs.
Oh, we get random dogs and cats and foxes, mosquitoes, dragonflies, horseflies.
Speaking about dogs, this is I just pulled it down because we were just talking about Bobcat Goldthwait. This is another film of his, Sleeping Dogs Lie. It's a really controversial film. I think it is available in the UK, but I got this for because it's got a director's commentary on it, and the one from Police Academy. But essentially, it's about a woman who loves bestiality.
Oh.
No, but it may sound horrible, but it's got a lot of heart and humour.
Yeah, no, a lot of weird movies tend to have.
And this is another one with that's Joel Murray, Bill Murray's brother.
Oh.
In another film by Bobcat Goldthwait. It's good satire. But we're 6 hours ahead, so 3 a.m.
Yep. So it'll be 3 a.m. for us.
And the last one went for 3.5 hours as well.
So it means by the time it finishes, it'd be about 6-7 a.m. for us.
I don't know if that's usual for him to go that long because I've never joined any of his other streams before yesterday.
He's trying to make this thing where his streams are only an hour long. He wants them to be that way. He doesn't want them to be over an hour long.
Yeah.
But I think yesterday, due to his injury to his leg, he just wanted to just sit and relax and have conversations with people. And
yeah.
That's why it went on for a bit longer.
Actually, we said we got that idea from you, just to keep it for an hour. You thought that was a good idea.
I just do it for an hour because like I've got one of the weakest bladders in the world. I couldn't sit there for over 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Without having to keep getting up and going to the toilet. So it's just like an hour's a limit. I can hold on for an hour if I need to go, but I can't.
That reminds me of what Jonathan Ross said to Simon Pegg and Nick Croft when he was talking about Hot Fuzz. He said, why couldn't you make your film 90 minutes instead of 2 hours? Some of us weak bladders. He said, we wanted to make a film that was exactly 2 hours. He said that seems like a strange thing to aim for, but they did.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is exactly 2 hours long. Speaking of it, we've been on for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you want to close it here?
Yeah, we can end it here.
Okay.
So and maybe we can do it like next week or something.
Yeah, and maybe start early as well.
Yeah. Might give us better results that way.
Yeah, this is obviously the wrong time, and it's Monday. It's not the best
no
schedule for everyone, clearly.
No.
Yeah, so earlier would be better, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe quality, not quantity. We shouldn't jog on for hours and hours.
No.
Well, Henry gives quality and quantity.
True. See, I couldn't stream for the 4.5 hours. It would kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He must have a high level of patience. My patience level isn't that high for 4.5 hours. I couldn't sit there for that long.
He seems to have, yeah. He's very, very tolerant of everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
All right. So we'll end it here.
yeah.
All right.
I'll just remind you of this. If you want to seek it out, the original Edge of Darkness, the BBC series.
Yep.
I think I saw it in a charity shop for 50p. You can get it for nothing, and it's superior to the film, but it's obviously more story. It's longer form.
Just checking the price to see if it's cheap. So I would like to check it out because I really enjoyed the movie. No, that's the Mel Gibson one again. We really don't want the Mel Gibson one again. I've already got it.
It was really quite ahead of its time.
Yeah. The story just had um, some very interesting concepts to it. So it's kind of
Also, the music is by Michael Kamen, who did Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. The
oh
score
wow.
for a BBC small budget TV series.
No, wait, I can't find it online. I'll have to try and look for somewhere else. I'll have to keep an eye out for somewhere else.
Okay.
All right then. So
Okay. Well, I'll join you on Friday,
yep.
possibly before then as well.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy the. I told you I sent you Steps Brothers.
Yes.
I take it you haven't already got that on Blu-ray.
No, I don't. It's one of the ones I could never find.
Good. Well, enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's end this now.
All right then.
Okay. Take care.
And you.
Bye.
Bye.